If you look at Kia, it's really hard to believe she would have any self-esteem issues, but there is one thing that's always chipped away at her confidence.
Everyone always has questions about my ear. How'd you get it? How long have you had it? Does it bother you? And it's just like, oh my gosh, look at me, not it. I first noticed it about 6 years ago. I had gotten my third piercing on my ear. It wasn't really big. I had my first surgery on it. About a year and a half ago, it came back with a vengeance. It bothers me a lot. It tends to itch and get this like pinching type feeling, like someone's pinching it constantly. I spend so much time trying to figure out how to hide it. I miss that part of myself where I would just get up and go. Like my friends would be like, hey, let's go grab dinner, but I don't go. My dating life, I just don't have one. I just know the questions that are coming and the looks, and I just don't really feel like explaining myself. I've allowed it to just take away the fun part of me. I'm really worried that I'm never going to get rid of it, and it's going to be a part of my daily routine for like the rest of my life.
Kia is with us today, and it's her lucky day because our good friend and dermatologist, Dr. Sonia Batra, is going to treat her keloid. They are back in our procedure room, joined by Dr. Batra's surgical assistant, Cassandra. Dr. Batra, talk through with us what you're going to be doing.
So this is Kia, and as you can see, she has kind of a larger keloid here. She's been prepped and anesthetized, and we're actually going to very carefully dissect the keloid scar off of her ear. So we're going to have you go ahead and rest back. Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
And we're going to go ahead and get started. And like I said, she's been numbed for this and already been prepped with sterile soap.
It's so interesting with a keloid. It started just from a tiny ear piercing.
Exactly.
And then stimulates this tumor-like growth. And that's the deal with the definition of a keloid. It's not just a thickened scar. It's tissue that is grown well beyond the boundary of that initial insult, which was a simple ear piercing.
Exactly. This all started with a simple piercing, like you said, and it's much more common. About 10% of people of any type of scar experience keloid scarring, but it's much more common in olive-toned or pigmented people with darker skin types. And there are certain high-risk areas like the ear, the upper chest, and the upper arms. And the important thing to know is, though it is a tumor-like growth, there's no health risk to keloids. It's really more of a cosmetic issue and can be really problematic. Sometimes they can even itch and burn and be really uncomfortable for people. So there are a number of treatments. The starting point is often cortisone injections when they're smaller, but as they grow larger, we have to be a little bit more thorough and aggressive. And the biggest risk with keloids, even when we excise them like this, is recurrence. Because they are tumor-like growths, we have to be very cautious about monitoring and following people who have keloids so that they're not back to square one and the keloid doesn't regrow.
Kia, you doing okay?
Yes.
Well, we're going to let Dr. Batra finish up with that procedure, and we will reveal Kia later in the show. We'll be right back.